welcome to WRPB and WRPB Studios. With me today is Jeremy with Treasure Coast Concrete Polishing and Epoxy. How are you today, sir?
I'm excellent. How
All
are
right,
you?
I'm doing well. So, I think first of all, your forte is amazing. It's extremely creative. But why don't you tell me everything that it encompasses, because it's so new, not only new industry, but the idea is so new to me. I really don't understand all of it.
Sure. Well, we originally started Treasure Coast Concrete Polishing and Epoxy based on the artistic nature of concrete floors. What's so unique and creative about the abilities allows us to create custom colors and designs into a normal concrete floor, which you generally don't see because it's covered by normal wood floors, or, carpet and these basic and, unoriginal concepts.
Absolutely.
But what we do is we allow the customers to create their own unique floor. And that's something that has really helped us in our success. We work with the customers to create their own idea of what a stained concrete floor should look like, or an epoxy floor should look like, with our unique design process. We do things like logos, which we did. One of our most famous projects was up at the Fort Pierce Navy SEAL Museum. We actually did 3 different floors, but we did several different imprints on their floors, were logos. And we do a number of different things like concrete countertops, epoxy countertops, anything that is really creative and unique in nature.
Okay, so you've touched on a lot here. Obviously, I understand if we want to do a floor in our house or in a business. That could be in the house, that could be in the garage, that could be our driveway.
Yes.
So you do all of it.
Absolutely. Yeah, our services range from the back of the house, which would be your back patio, your pool deck, the interior of your home, your garage, all the way to your driveway and your front walkways. And we also do very small commercial all the way up to your largest commercial. We've done as large as 50,000 square foot. So
Oh, wow.
in reality, we've never really steered away from small jobs or big jobs. We like to accommodate everybody who comes through our doors.
Okay, so you made the comment that you allow your customers to use their creative vision onto their floor. So here's my thing. I have a lot of creative vision, but my brain and hands, it's nothing that I can draw out. So like if you came to my house, I'm like, okay, this is what I want. I feel pretty confident you could come up with whatever I was trying to create or whatever I could see in my head. I feel pretty confident you could sketch it and make it happen, can't you?
Absolutely. I actually, through the 10 years that I've been doing this, through, research and development and hard work.
You have a lot of dollars for your R&D over there.
We've created a process that allows us to reach deep into your mind, put it on a paper, create a concept so that at the end of your job, you are 100% happy. And a lot of people can't do that because they're so influenced with talking with their words. But the fact is that we found that with our customers, some people use words that aren't really particular to our industry. So they'll be saying potato when we're saying potato, right? So we've eliminated the use of words and created use of pictures and other forms to basically draw out from your mind and put it on your floor.
Thanks for telling me that, because I'm over here envisioning an EEG machine. And
nothing that crazy.
I wasn't sure what we were doing over there. So what is the craziest design you've done in the years you've been doing this?
My daughter's floor.
Tell me a little bit about it. What's so crazy about it?
My daughter's floor, it was I called it the milkshake, the pink and purple milkshake floor. It's an epoxy metallic resin floor. And, it was, when I have creative abilities and, full access to a floor is generally when the coolest stuff ever happens.
Sure.
So, my daughter, of course, wants white and purple and pink and so
Your favorite three colors,
my favorite
right?
three colors, yeah, absolutely. So I'm like, okay, cool, let's do this. And, and he goes pouring out the epoxy on our ribbons. And, we start taking our brush and moving it. And so the greatest part about what we do is that wow factor. So when my daughter walks in, she's, oh my God, Dad, that looks amazing. When can we start playing on it? I'm like, gotta wait 48 hours. You're not walking on my floor. So that was probably the most exciting floor I got to do, because number one, it was different colors. A lot of people, they stay basic, or they're neutral colors.
Yes.
Is the famous word for that. But when people get creative and they start doing the blue, like we have 4 or 5 famous floors. We have our 50 Shades of Grey floor, which is, our most popular. Our Sands of Time, which is, a little bit more of your Mediterranean. You've got our Ocean's Blue floor, which is what we've done at the Navy SEAL Museum, and our Fire floor, which is browns, oranges, and reds.
Oh, I bet that's beautiful.
That's one of my favorites. So I love the Fire floor, and then we have our Earth floor, which is like tans and browns. And I've created those floors based on your average customer's particular likes and what they really like, and what the general population like. And then sometimes you get those really cool wild ones where you got like blacks and purples,
Yes.
or neon greens and this and that. But we really get involved in our artistic aspect of it and enjoy any opportunity to do something cool. So run with it.
So you've been doing this a long time, and we ask everyone that comes into the studio this question. Since you've been in your industry, and I can't even imagine your answer. We had a painter in a couple days ago, so we were just talking about there's no longer oil-based paint. But in your industry, how wonderful have the products that you use become? Are they less poisonous than they used to be when you first started, or are they about all the same? And by poisonous, I don't mean that you're
VOC.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, the volatile
Yes, thank you.
organic
Yes.
compound. Yeah, that's the smell.
Yes.
So originally, back in the day, it was really bad. You'd walk into a room, and by the time you were walking out, you were high as a kite and throwing up for 3 hours.
Right.
But with us, I'm constantly researching new products, inventing new ways to make not only the installation process cleaner and more efficient for my team, but also for my customers, because nobody really wants to walk into their house and have that like horrific smell
yeah,
that like it
absolutely.
used to be.
Absolutely not.
And that was always a factor. But thanks to all the awesome research and development from other companies, and people who have a lot of passion for the industry, water-based materials have gotten real popular. Low VOC materials have become extremely popular. They're still extremely durable, and of course, much less stinky is usually the issue. So the product advancement has become amazing. And as part of our product line, we always use products that are lower VOC. And in the end, we found that our customers are much happier and our teammates are much healthier. And that is the focus.
Absolutely. So for a home, you come in and you do a floor for me. Obviously, I know you're going to tell me how to take care of it. I'm aware of that. So when you come and do a floor and your customers take care of it per your instruction, is there any type of maintenance or upkeep that you have to go back and do?
So so to answer your question, these are an extremely low maintenance floor.
Okay.
With basic cleaning with neutral floor-based cleaners, which we provide.
Okay.
And we also have products to recommend. These floors will last years and years and years with just basic microfiber, water, or neutral floor-based cleaners. And we found that, over the course of the past 10 years, we've had like 2 people call us to just refresh their floors. And I've seen people, shopping at Publix, and they're like, oh my God, my floor is 7 years old and it still looks great. Thank you. So, So in the end, for us, our goal is really not to earn money in the maintenance in the long term, like
Right.
some businesses focus. I would much rather provide a product for a customer that they can enjoy for years and years and years, and tell their friends about and say, look, my floor is still in excellent condition, than earn money on the short term
Yes.
and then feel like, we just started a business to continue to make more business. So,
I love that answer. So in the green room, we talked about a lot, and I know that there's so much more that you do over at Treasure Coast Concrete Polishing and Epoxy. But you told me in the green room you might have a little something new on the horizon. Do you care to share just a little bit with us?
yeah, so, I'm really focusing right now on this second business. In terms of secrecy, I can't really explain too much
Okay.
because
I'm good with that.
I'm under NDAs and
Okay.
other partners
Okay.
who told me that I need to keep my mouth shut,
All
which
right,
is
so keep
difficult.
your mouth shut, but you can't even give me a little bit of something?
So what I'm going to tell you is that through our years and years of research and development, we have designed specific products that are associated race car, with the race car industry. And what these products will do is they will coat specific foundations and create long-lasting floors in the race car industry. And as a result, in the future, we will have the ability to sell to DIY people like yourselves who are wanting to install your own epoxy floors and your own foundations. And you'll be able to give us a call because we're the pros and we're going to be able to help you.
Well, that's
So,
huge. That is huge for a variety of reasons. Obviously, what you do is amazing. It's beautiful. I mean, I can't even talk about
Thank
it
you.
enough.
Thank you.
Just every time I see one, I'm like, oh my gosh. But it's also you pay for nice things. So I think your new venture is going to be amazing, not
Thank
only
you.
for you on the journey of doing something a little different, but for your customers because not everyone can afford to call Jeremy up and be like, hey, come do my house. So I
Right.
think that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
So we have a lot of people watching today, and everyone is curious about I think what you do because again I know it's been 15 years that it's been a thing, but it's still really new. I mean I feel like going into somebody's house is a little bit newer than going to the Navy SEAL Museum and doing a floor for them.
Right.
So how do we find you? If we want to reach out and ask if we want to get in touch with Jeremy and Treasure Coast Concrete Polishing and Epoxy, where do we find you?
You go to www.tccpfloors.com. You can also go to Facebook. We are constantly posting pictures, videos, as well as sale coupons, for opportunities to save money on your up and coming projects. We're also on YouTube. And of course, you can call 888-590-1101. Speak to me directly. I'm your personal advisor in your project situations. And if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to spend like a half hour or 45 minutes at a time, like I normally do with people on the phone, and just explain all the different situations that you can get into.
All right. So, like I said, I know we just kind of scratched the surface. There's a lot that you do, and I could sit here and talk to you for the next hour. But my last question will be this: is there any project that you've done that you wish you hadn't done? Not because of the way it went, not because of your ability, but have you worked on anything that you just wish afterwards you just hadn't even tackled?
Yeah, there's been a lot of those. When you start off in this business, the fact is that they really don't have like a college or university on how to teach epoxy or how to teach polished concrete. They have a few like 2 or 3 day courses, but they certainly don't teach you everything you need to know. So the only real education that you can earn is through experience, or by working for another person or company. So the first couple years of my career were spent, through trial and error. My first project was my mother-in-law's garage, and like half the time I was on the phone calling my distributor, like, hey, what do I do next? Okay, or like, what's the next step, or is it supposed to look like this, or why do I see scratches everywhere? And and so from there, there were quite a few mistakes, but I think what has always set us apart from everybody else is that even with the problems, we always had solutions, or were able to find solutions. We never gave up. We always made things right. And I think that is what has created such a huge following for us.
Absolutely.
Is that it's our 110% dedication to our clients and to our jobs. So I think to answer your question, there's a lot more than just one job. There's a lot,
Okay.
but we've always made it right, and I'm happy to admit that. So
See, and I think that's wonderful because the way you answered that question makes me understand a little bit more why the word of mouth advertising you get is so strong.
Thanks.
It's because you're the complete package, and God forbid if something happens, you're going to come back and make it right.
Right.
So I love that.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in today. If you have a floor in need of some love and some artistic value, hit Jeremy at Treasure Coast Concrete and Polishing up. And thank you for tuning in, and have a great day.